I am very pleased, extremely pleased. We're just talking about how excited we are. I am really excited right now. Johnny Gaudreau is with me in his Blue Jackets polo, official. I mean, it was always official, but I get to see you in person, get to meet you. Welcome, and congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you. Super excited. It's been kind of a whirlwind of emotions here the past day, so we just got into town here and couldn't be happier.
Yesterday we were doing a show and we were talking. I was talking with Jody Shelley and John Grandpierre, former players, about free agency and how you go through it and all the feelings. For the last number of weeks, it was talked about everywhere that if you weren't going to stay in Calgary, it was probably going to be Philly. If it wasn't going to be Philly, it was going to be Jersey or then the New York Islanders. What was your day like when you woke up yesterday? Did you have any idea where you were going to be by the end of the day?
Kind of had a mindset of where I would have liked to be. We had a few teams in where we thought we would want to be, and obviously Columbus was there. And like you said, it was a crazy past 2 weeks here, and it was a hard decision to come to free agency. But ultimately for me and my wife, we thought it was best for us, and we're expecting a child in September, so we thought it was best for our family to do that. And Columbus was always, on our list as somewhere we would have liked to play. And I know a lot of people think it's just, Jersey, Philly, Islanders, all those teams, but it is very close to home. It's a short drive. It's an hour flight, and I've heard so many good things about this city, and it's a great place to raise a family. So we thought it was a perfect fit for us, to be honest with you.
I wanted to ask you about that because it is the guys that have kids, and especially young families. And my family came here young, and they've grown up here in my time here. That is really a big selling point. It is a fantastic place to raise a family. And when you guys were making your decision, what was the percentage of that? Was it a big percentage?
It went into it for sure, but a lot of things went into it. I mean, every time I come here, I love playing here. The fans are into the game, and they're fired up for their team. And we'll have to talk about the Cannon, in the future. But they're always into the game, and I loved playing here. And I've spoke to past players before I made my decision, and just great things about the organization, the city, and the group of guys here in the locker room, and it just all was great stuff. We only heard good stuff. So, I mean, it was just a perfect fit for us, we thought.
I got to ask you, or I got to tell you something with the Cannon, actually.
Yeah.
Saw those videos yesterday. You're out there skating around. It goes off, and you jump, right? Now, that was just coming out before the start of the game.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So, in all fairness, the visiting team was already on the ice when that happened. Now, that cannon will go off when the goaltender steps on the ice. You'll still be in the tunnel. You're not going to have to deal with that the same way. And when it goes off after that, that's something you could have a big hand in.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I can get that thing going off. It might scare me still a little bit, but hopefully I get used to it after the first few games here. That'd be a great start. Just get used to it right away, right off the bat. And I like that. I'll be in the tunnel, so it'll ease me into the Cannon there.
Yeah, go to the back of the line. You won't have to deal with that pregame.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about a couple years ago. It's actually been a long time now. You played in the All-Star game here. So you got a chance to come here in a very relaxed situation. I know as a player, when you go on the road, people always ask me, what's your favorite city? And I tell them, I'm going to rate it on three things: the hotel, the restaurants, and the arena, because that's all I see when I go on the road. But you did have a chance to come here for the All-Star game. It was a little bit more relaxed. You got to maybe see a little bit more than you normally would. How much of those memories factored in when you were putting all of this together and making Columbus a choice?
Yeah, it was. I definitely kind of thought of that weekend for sure. I wasn't just at the rink or the hotel. I was kind of walking around town. And, I could see how excited the people of Columbus were about hockey, and I never really expected that. It was my first season. I didn't really know. I've never been to Columbus. I didn't really know what to expect, and I wasn't supposed to play in the game, and then I get called 6 hours before that I'm going to play in the game. So then my parents are in South Jersey. They start ripping right. They rip right to Columbus. They make it in 6 hours and 15 minutes, and they catch the first period. I was like, you guys got here in such quick timing, and they're like, it wasn't that far. It was a great ride, and then they ripped right back home. So, but that weekend was special to me, and it's definitely something that kind of made me feel a little more comfortable when I was trying to make my decision.
You're leaving a Calgary Flames team that had some great players on it. You guys had a fantastic season this year. You personally had a great season with 115 points. When you looked at this roster, what excites you about the players on this roster that now will be your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of really young, skilled players. Obviously, I've seen that. You got, Laine, who's probably got one of the best shots in the league, maybe behind Ovechkin. I mean, the way he releases the puck, it's crazy to watch. So, and I've heard so many good things about how close the group is, and that's important to me. You want to play with guys who, support each other and get along in the locker room, and love playing together, and that was really important to me as well. And obviously, Werenski in the back end, just a really good defenseman that is going to be here for a while. So that's you want to see things like that, and you want to see players who are that caliber of player that are going to be here for a while, and I think that definitely helped me.
And Zach, you've talked to Zach about this, obviously. Cam Atkinson is a guy that you know very well. I know Dalton Prout's another guy that you mentioned talking to. Everybody that you talked to about Columbus, did you get pretty much the same feedback from each one of them?
Yeah, I mean, everyone I talked to is just, I felt like they were more excited than the person I talked to before them. So, everyone just kept saying great things, and that's what you want to hear. And they're coming from players who don't even play in the organization, trying to attract you to come to their team. They're former players, and that's the things you want to hear.
You got to take Cam Atkinson's number again, just like BC.
Yeah, I mean, I knew the younger kid had it here. So when I was talking to everyone yesterday, I'm like, I don't need 13. He can have it. It's no big deal. I can start fresh and whatever he wants. And they said he already texted him, said Johnny could have it. So I kind of feel bad. I'm gonna have to bring him out to a steak dinner a couple of times this year. And I hear he's a smaller guy, so I'm gonna try to thicken him up with some nice big steak dinners. We'll see.
Well, and I don't know if you knew this, but for Kent Johnson, he took 13 because of you.
Really? Wow,
Yeah,
I did not know that.
He wanted to model his game after you.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, yeah, that's really cool. And if I am 13, I still kind of feel bad. I wouldn't want to do that if you want to be 13. So I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, I feel so bad, but hopefully, get him a little gift and bring him to a couple dinners and go from there. But
hey, you talk about dinner. Are you a big food guy? Because there's plenty of food of all different kinds here in Columbus.
Oh yeah, me and my wife are we big foodies there. Every night she's got the cooking channel on, watching what she can cook next for me. So we're excited. We've heard there's a lot of good restaurants around here, and she likes cooking too. So we're excited.
Not you?
No. I can boil pasta. That's about it.
Would you starve if he had to do the cooking every night?
Yeah,
pretty much. She says.
Yeah. So.
Well, Johnny, I know it's going to be an absolute whirlwind day for you. You start in Jersey. You're here in Columbus. You got a lot of stuff to do before you go back. Thank you so much for doing this. I don't know if you've noticed it in the very short time that you've been here, but this is, if not, it's got to be the most exciting day in the history of the franchise. When this happened last night, I'm telling you, for somebody that's been here for a long time, there is a new energy amongst the fans, amongst the office staff, I'm sure amongst your new teammates here. Absolutely wonderful. Thanks for taking the time. It's great to meet you. Can't wait to see you in September.
Yeah, thank you.
Johnny Gaudreau, the newest Columbus Blue Jacket, joining me here on a live edition of CBJ in 30. Now he's going to go talk to everybody else. I love to be first. I love it. Thank you, Johnny. Love being first.